Good morning, it's MJ, and this is a general reading for the collective using the Crow Tarot today, just the Crow Tarot, because I'm going to do the extended Crow spread for 2020. And I didn't do a reading yesterday because we had, my daughter's friends had a sleepover on New Year's Eve. So I had a house full of girls, and they all stayed up until the wee hours of the morning. So we didn't get up and get moving yesterday until quite late. So we're gonna get going here and start off with the first position, which is the heart. This is that energy that you're sending out to the universe. This is your beacon. So if you think about what you hope for, what your expectations are maybe for 2020, what you're working towards. Let's see what we have going on. So we have this fresh start. So if you think about this dock, you know, here, it's old. This dock doesn't serve any purpose any longer. The boats no longer come in. The fishing boats are gone. This could be a nice metaphor for 2019, letting go of something that isn't serving you any longer, right? The past isn't here to help us. In this case, it's here just to show where we've been, what we've accomplished perhaps, what we've been able to utilize, but now it's time to use our creative mind, look towards the future, look towards a brighter future, and know that yes, this is going to be a long journey ahead, but the clouds are parting, and there may be an obstacle or two along the way, but you feel committed to this journey and optimistic that you have what it takes to get there, and that you can manage any obstacle, that those mountains are not too high for you to fly over. So let's see what energy is coming to us here as a result of this beacon. So if you think of yourself as having like this great big ball of light that shoots out from your heart, you know, what is coming back? What is the universe sending to you? And so we have the Magician here. And this is lovely. This is an energy of feeling as though you are the one who is the creator. You're the one in control. You're the one who's gathering up all your resources and you're putting them together and you're creating your own spell, right? This is not you sitting on the couch and expecting somebody to come up and hand you your dream job or your next dream, whatever it is. This is you saying, I've got this. I am here not to compete with anybody, but to be a creator and to be the best version of myself. And so this is where you're rising up. You can see that crow's wings, they're kind of like they're going upward here, and he's lifting his body up into the air, or she's lifting her body up into the air, and she's hanging on to the wand, and this wand is her or his creativity. And you can see this light, it's almost like the universe is sending back that beacon saying, yeah, I've got you. I understand what you're saying. You know, I'm picking up what you're putting down. And so this is going to be, if you think about, if you're sending out messages saying, hey, I'm ready for an opportunity. Hey, I'm ready for a new journey. This is going to be answered in the form of an idea or something where you're going to take action. It's going to come to you perhaps like a bolt of lightning, you know, when you're out for a walk. It's going to hit you and you're going to be like, holy crap, how come I didn't think of this before? And so what is going to get you moving in this direction is going to be your taking action. So that's going to be the key, is that you're going to need to take action. So let's see what we have going on with our subconscious mind. So if this is our heart sending out that little beacon to the universe, right? It's going like, hey, universe, this is what I really want. This is my desire, right? Your subconscious mind, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes our subconscious mind likes to play the saboteur, and he's like, oh yeah, I want success, that's right, but I'm terrified if I get it. you know, if I get success, then maybe my friends won't like me, or they'll look at me differently, or I won't be accepted, right? Acceptance is such a huge factor. We all want to feel like we're part of something. And if we feel like we're not accepted, well, then that's just going to throw a monkey wrench in your transmitting and your action, because you're going to be sending this cross signal saying, hey, you know, like, I'm concerned about whatever it is. So let's see what we have going on here. What are we transmitting via our subconscious mind? So the Queen of Wands, and that, you guys know I love the Queen of Wands. She is the badass. I just love her. But in this case, what may be happening is, as dynamic and sweet and just vivacious this creature is, she does have a tendency to have a you either are with me or you're against me mentality. Do you remember the soup Nazi from Seinfeld? She is like the soup Nazi in that, like, if you don't appreciate what she's doing, if you are not on board with her ideas, if she feels as though you are no longer loyal with the Queen, she will basically say, well, you know what, thank you. She'll still be polite, but she'll say thank you, but you know, you can go now. We've got this. We don't need you. And so that may be what is sparking some conflict here, in that, you know, I almost wonder if you're sending out this, it's like, how do I say this? If everything is on your terms, then you don't really grow too much, right? I mean, if you have to do everything exactly how you want things to be, then that may cause some stagnation, because you're not open to hearing or learning or criticism, perhaps. And because of that, it may be that you're almost like shutting yourself off. Like you're saying, like, I'm going to do it my way. Mine is the only way. I've got this. I know the plan. Nobody else knows it better than me. And because of that, it may be sending the signal out there that you're not open to all new journeys, that you're not open to creative ideas that may come to you. Does that make sense? So let's see what the hopes and fears brings, and that may help kind of create a bridge here with the Queen of Wands. And don't get me wrong, the Queen of Wands is my favorite card. In fact, this one came up in a reading yesterday, a private reading I was doing, and as I mentioned to this wonderful woman, the Queen of Wands is sitting on 2 male lions. And back when I made this deck, I had people ask me, well, why isn't she sitting on female lions? I'm like, well, because she is that much of a badass. Thank you very much. She is sitting on 2 male lions' heads because she is in control, right? Well, sometimes that control can get you into a space where you're not open to new ideas. So that's when I, in my guidebook, how I have the positive and the negative for each card. The negative is really, we all have our negative attributes. Like, nobody's perfect, right? Nobody's nerfect. It's like, this is an energy. This is like a complete energy. It's not just all sunflowers and roses, you know, or sunflowers and suns here. So every card has a positive and a negative energy that comes with it. And so what I find when I'm reading these cards is, depending on the position, it's like, ooh, are you swinging almost like out of balance into that negative, you know, attribute? So that's what I'm getting with this Queen of Wands. As much as I love her, we all have our moments. So the hopes and fears. Oops. Okay. So the fear or the hope, well, I'm going to read this as a fear here with the Pentacles is that you're going to be left out in the cold, that you're going to have to trudge along. It's going to be, you know, this journey. The fear here is that this journey is going to be far more difficult, and you're going to feel as though there are other people out there perhaps making progress or being successful while you're there putting your head down and you're working twice as hard as these people are, but you're not getting the reward. And so that may create this chip on your shoulder kind of attitude that the Queen of Wands can have when she's having one of those moments. When the Queen of Wands has a pity party, you know, and she does, we all have them every once in a while. It's like, why isn't things working out for me the way they should be? I'm working really hard and I'm super creative, and damn it, you know, like I'm a freaking Queen of Wands here. And so that may be what is sending this mixed signal to the universe. It's like, yes, you want this new beginning, you want this great new journey. You know, you're ready to leave the past behind. You're feeling optimistic about the future. You know, in your heart, you're like, yes, I've got this. I want to move. I want to go forward. And you're saying, please send me the ingredients to create this new life so that I can get this journey going. And if you're saying, well, it's, by the way, it's going to be my way or the highway, and I'm not going to accept any, you know, thing other than what I have in my head as far as what is acceptable, and you're either with me or against me. Oh, and by the way, I'm terrified that I'm going to lose it all, you know, or I'm going to have to work twice as hard. Or if you're telling yourself, you know, oh, I have to work harder than everybody else, that may be sending this message out there that is in conflict with what is going on in your heart. If you're telling the universe, well, I've got to work harder than everybody else, well, sure as hell the universe is going to make whatever action you need to take here a lot harder than everybody else's because you're saying, this is what I'm expecting, right? So the key, I think, with this Queen of Wands is to be careful of what you expect, or what you're telling the universe what you want. You know, like, because you have to be open to new ideas. Okay, so, and for things to come in perhaps in a way that you're not expecting. So here we have our grounding energy. And so this is an insight as to who we are, what we can do, what we can handle, where we find our grounding, where our strength is. When you stand on this planet and you can feel those roots coming out of your feet and they go down into the earth, where are you planted, right? So here we have death. And I know, right, he's like, oh, death. But in this case, in this position, this is about you having this ability to say, I know what isn't working any longer. I know what needs to be shed. I know what needs to go into the past, and I am able to rise up and move forward. It's this ability to accept finality that you have that gives you a sense of strength, because you're not sitting there wallowing in the past saying, oh, why can't things be better? Or why can't they come back to where they were? No, you're like, this is what's happening. I'm letting go of this. But at the same time, you're also saying, well, I have to work twice as hard as everybody else, right? So although your strength is this ability to acknowledge when something has moved on without you, or perhaps isn't serving you, or if there's a belief that's, you know, not helping you, you have this ability to say, I'm okay with letting that go. So that is a strength. That is a great strength, because some people get lost in that. Some people get weighed down, right, by things that aren't serving them any longer. So let's see what lesson from the past we have. And this lesson is one that, if you look back at this time, there was something of value that came out of it. Something that you learned that you can apply today. And this is a time of going inward. This is a time of disconnecting from the monkey mind, you know, that goes on where you're overthinking perhaps everything, and getting into nature and taking a break and allowing for this download to happen so that you can receive the message and the resources from the magician. So if you think about when this happened before, right, I'm sure this is repeated. I mean, we repeat a lot of things in our life. So this is, think about a time when you were able to get away, the messages that you received then. Was there anything in there that may be, you know, useful for today's journey that you can go back and pull up? So the external influence we have coming is that house guest, the you know, the uninvited house guest is sort of just shows up. They are you know, they can be your new best friend, or they may be the person who spills red wine all over your white carpet and then trudges mud across the room while trying to clean it up. So let's see what we have going on. And here we have harmony. So you're going to encounter a situation, excuse me, or a person who is going to help you see that there needs to be some give and take, that you have all that strength within you to hold the world that you want to hold, but you're going to have to work on pulling out the more positive attributes of this Queen of Wands here, and to use your, you know, that feminine quality, you know, that certain allure that you have, to work with other people in a way that where everyone feels as though they're a winner, basically. And that's where that growth is going to come up. You know, when there's harmony and peace among whatever group you're in, I feel like that is what is going to help this Five of Pentacles sort of recede. You know, it's like you're not going to have that focus so much. It's going to move, it's going to shift more to this journey that's at the heart. And so when you think about who this could be, I mean, this could be a partner, this could be somebody that comes in and says, hey, you know, I've got your back. You don't have to work so hard. Don't worry. You know, I want to see this new beginning of yours take shape. I want to see you find harmony and find balance in your life. So think about who this person may be. I mean, this may be also an experience that comes in that shows you the benefits of working with other people. Could be a partnership as well. So let's see what advice the crows bring for all of this. And the advice here is to remember that you are working on you. This is an investment. You're investing in yourself this year. This is a time to focus your attention on gathering the resources that you're going to need to make this place of security. Look, we have this lovely Seven of Pentacles coming over here over the Five of Pentacles. This needs to be the focus, not the Five of Pentacles. The focus needs to be on building and creating and using your intuition and your intelligence to guide you to make the right decisions and to place things in just the right way so that you find the security and the stability that you long for, that this new year is going to bring you. Because whatever journey this is, again, this is going to be not a short trip, but it's going to be one that's going to be worth investing in. So just to recap here, we have this Three of Wands that's at the heart, that's your beacon, and you're sending out the message saying, hey, I'm ready to put this past behind me, this past that isn't serving me any longer. I'm up for this long journey. I'm up for the obstacles. I can handle this. I'm feeling optimistic. And you're going to receive the information you're going to get back in return from the universe. When you focus on your heart message, you'll get all the resources to create that magic. The problem may arise with your subconscious mind here with the Queen of Wands, and she may say, well, I have an idea for what I want things to look like, and if you're either with me or against me, if it doesn't fall in alignment with what your journey is planned for, if the universe has an idea for what's going to best serve you, but you having a narrow vision of what your life looks like, the universe can see what your entire timeline looks like. But if you have this narrow vision, you may have a block as a result of saying, well, this is what I want, take it or leave it. I'm the queen, and this is how I want my life to be. And because of that, it may be coming from this idea that you need to work so hard, that you have to work harder than everybody else. And it may have you feeling as though there's some conflict in that you see other people getting success, but you're not. And there could be some feelings around resentment, anger, that really trigger this Queen of Wands, the negative aspects of the Queen of Wands. Your grounding energy, though, is one that comes from finding your strength here through letting go. You're not somebody who holds attachments to anything for too long. So that is a strength here, especially if you're working with a Queen of Wands that, has an expectation. If you're capable of letting go of things and saying goodbye to the past, the call here is for you to use that and let go of any expectations that your subconscious mind is setting up. Allow for infinite possibilities here. The lesson from the past comes from the Hermit, and this is a time to go inward, check in with yourself, get that download. There is wisdom within you. Sometimes with our crazy modern lives and technology, we don't always get to feel that, or experience it. The call here is to go inward, become the hermit for a wee bit. There is going to be a situation or a person who's going to come in and help you find harmony. They're going to help you seek balance. And in that, you're going to discover that you have this power to hold the world that you want to create. There is a new beginning as a result of this. The advice card is the Seven of Pentacles. And again, it's all about you investing in you, right? This is your year. So lay down the framework, or lay down the foundation, create the framework for creating a place of stability and security for you and your family. So much love, and this is going to be a wonderful, wonderful year. So peace. Bye for now.